Hi everyone. Today's practice is about finding your inner strength. So join me with some blocks. Let's move. So I invite you to find a comfortable seat of your choice. Anything that's comfortable. Cross leg, side, up on your knees. And let's settle in together. Slowing down our breath. Letting everything that is on your to-do list, push it to the side for the next 30 or so minutes. Today's practice is about finding your inner strength, about flipping that question of, oh, I can't do that, or can I do that, to, being curious. I can't quite get into that position, but here's what I can do. So really being mindful of what you can do today and not of all those negative, can't do that, can't do that. Change it up. I'm here to be your guide. And I want you to just feel today what feels good. Deepening that breath. Allowing your next breath to fill up your belly, fill up your rib cage. And then exhaling it. When you're ready, let your neck hang down. Perhaps taking your neck in full circles all the way around in one direction, or if you prefer, just stretching up to one side, coming back down through to the other. Which way feels better for you? There is no right or wrong. Catching your breath as you're moving. There is no, well, you should inhale this way and exhale that way. It's really just finding the breaths with the movements that feel the best to you. Find a place of stillness. Gently bring your neck back up. And then we'll start to do some spinal circles. Leaning forward and then scooping back. You can inhale as you move forward. Exhale as you scoop if that feels good. Going in one direction. Seeing how your spine is moving. Is it feeling good to move lower? Is it feeling good to stay up just a little taller? We'll do one more in this direction. We'll stop and head into the other direction. Wherever you're at, we'll do one more. And then we'll sit up nice and tall. Take a deep inhale in. Raise those arms up. Exhale, let that right arm fall down to the mat. And we'll do a side bend over that right side. Gaze can be up, can be neutral, or it can be down. Where does it feel good? Be curious. Inhale, both arms back up. Let that left arm drop as you exhale over. Inhale back up. Exhale through center. And we'll come onto all fours into a tabletop position. Find your table. Hands are directly underneath your shoulders. Knees are directly underneath your hips. Take a breath here. We'll do a couple of cat-cows. You can let your belly fall. On an inhale, look up. Exhale, scoop everything in. Arch that back. Find some movement here. Go at your own pace. What feels good? Come back to neutral. Ground down through that left hand. Inhale your right arm up. Exhale down. Inhale to come up. Exhale down. One more inhale up. Exhale down. Ground down through your right hand. Inhale to twist up. Exhale down. Inhale up and down. One more. Inhale up and down. Come on back on your knees. We'll head into a child's pose. Stretch those arms out to what feels good for you. Take a moment. Take a breath. Take 2 moments. Take 2 breaths. Take one more third moment here. On your next inhale, we'll come back up to tabletop. Reset yourself. Hands are underneath your shoulders. Knees are underneath your hips. We're going to pick our right leg up and do some hip circles in one direction. And then the other direction, right leg, same leg. Warming up our hips. And then stop. Take that same right leg and I want you to cross it over your left leg. So our right leg is back. And we're going to turn our bodies and look over our left shoulder, trying to look at that right leg. Feel that twist. Come back forward, uncross that right leg. And now that right leg will come out to the side. Out straight to the side. And then we're going to walk our hands up. So we're in a Kneeling position, this is a gate pose. Our right leg is out to the side. Inhale our arms up. Let that right arm drop over that leg and side bend towards the right. Inhale to come back up. Hands will come back gently to the mat. We will bring our right leg back in and through up towards the front of our mat, heading into a low lunge. So get your balance, get yourself set. Once you feel you're stable and ready, we'll come back up into this low lunge. Left knee is down, right leg is bent. And if your blocks are handy, have your blocks near you. Blocks are great to support us when we need a little extra stability. Inhale our arms up. Exhale. Inhale. Let it out. One more time. On your next inhale, hands will come down to our mat or your blocks. We're going to straighten out this front leg for a half split. You may want to bring your right leg forward and then pick up that heel. So we are in a straight leg on our right leg in this half split position. Hands could be on your mat. Hands could be on the blocks at any height, perhaps taller for me right now. And breathe into that front leg half split. On our next inhale, bend that front leg to come out. Bring it back. And we'll head back into our tabletop for our next side, left side. So neutral tabletop, hands underneath the shoulders. Pick up that left leg and start doing some hip circles on the left in one direction. Don't forget your breath. Time to switch the direction of the hip circles. Okay, come back to neutral. Take that left leg, cross it over the right. Then gently start to look over your right shoulder. You're looking for your foot, your left foot, gazing at it, finding that twist. And your breath. We tend to hold our breath in getting into different positions. Find your inhales, deepen your exhales. Gently come back to neutral, untwist, but take that left leg out to the side. Just moving over so I have room. All the way out into a 90-degree angle. And then walk your hands up. I'm just going to have my blocks near me for support. So our left leg is out to the side. Inhale our arms up. Let that left arm drop on your leg and bend. Finding your breath. Each day we move our bodies as an opportunity where we can see what we can do. Not focusing on the can'ts. Focus on the can and focus on the stretch and how each time you're stretching your body, you're helping it learn something new. Inhale, come up. Let's head back down to the mat. Bring that left leg in through tabletop and then keep going. Bring that foot in between the hands. Getting yourself ready for a low lunge on this side. If you want to move your blocks closer to you, if you have them, to help find your balance so that way when you come up, you're feeling your balance. Your blocks could be near you. If you're near a couch like I am, your hand could be on the couch, perhaps next to a chair. Ground yourself down. Inhale up. Let it out. Open up that heart. Inhaling, perhaps you look up. Release. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Coming down to the mat, first in this runner's lunge, and then straightening out that left leg. You can move your foot up and then bring your hands back to straighten that leg. And perhaps your blocks are next to you, hands are on blocks. Feeling the stretch. Where do you feel it? Breathing into it. Inhale, bend that knee to come out of your lunge. This time, step up on your back foot and bring it up. You can do it in a couple of hops, or bring it right up to the front of your mat and take a sway. In a forward fold, maybe grab your elbows. And then slowly start to roll up. One vertebrae at a time, no rush. Straighten out into a mountain pose. Take your time here. Find your breath. We have arrived. All right, mountain pose. Half sun salutation. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Keep those knees bent as much as you like. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands come underneath the knees. Exhale to forward fold. Inhale, raise those arms up all the way to the sun. Exhale, hands at heart center. Just going to move my ponytail. Don't want it to get in the microphone's way. Inhale. Maybe a slight back bend. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale. Hands at heart center. Step your right leg back into a high lunge. So that means our back leg, the heel is up. Steady yourself. We're going to go from a high lunge to a low lunge. Find your breath as we do that. So we can inhale down, exhale up. Inhale down, exhale up. We could even bring our arms into this if you'd like to try. We'll inhale our arms in a high lunge. Exhale as we go down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Find your flow. Find what feels good. Maybe coming down all the way does not feel good, so you may just bend a little, slightly. Do 2 more at your pace. Come back to high lunge. We'll step our foot in to get that balance, so now our heel is down. So this is a warrior 1 position with the heel down. From a warrior 1, we're going to go from a warrior 1 into a forward stretch. So hands up, inhale, warrior 1. As we exhale, we're going to straighten that front leg and keep our hands stretched out in front of us. Take a breath here. Come on back to warrior 1. Open up those hands. Take an inhale and exhale as you stretch forward. And then find your flow. Inhaling to warrior 1. Exhaling to this forward stretch. Inhaling up. Exhaling forward. One more time. Exhale, arms down, and then bring that right leg forward. Give it a little shake. Finding our strength in that leg. I can feel it. Let's do a half sun salutation to loosen up a little bit. Inhale, our arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale. Inhale, arms up to the sky. Exhale down. Stepping our left foot back into a high lunge. So a high lunge, our heel is up. Find that balance. It's like you're surfing. For me, it's like I'm surfing. I tend to sometimes put the feet back to back where we want it more on train tracks. So I'm going to move my right foot out, find my balance in this high lunge. Okay, I got it. Right? Just being curious. No, I can't. It's just, oh yeah, sometimes I lose my balance. Well, that's okay. What can I do? Maybe I can move my foot up a little bit. It feels a little better. Moving it out. Trying to envision those train tracks, that helps me. What helps you? What variations can you do to then allow you to do something? So we will inhale in this high lunge and exhale to a low lunge. Inhale, exhale again, coming down as much as you want or as little as your body is saying for today. Each day will be different. Find your flow, inhaling up in high lunge, exhaling to low lunge. Do one more. Release the arms. Bring this back foot in a little bit so you can take that heel down. This is now warrior 1. So from warrior 1, inhale our arms up, and then straighten as you exhale and bend forward slightly. Take a breath here. And then we're going to find a flow. We'll head back to warrior one. And then exhale, forward. Inhaling back. Release forward. Find your own pace. You don't have to copy my breath. My breath is different from your breath. So you rely on your own breath. It's your body, your breath, your movement. It's all about what you can do, not about anybody else. Let's do one more. Release our hands. We'll bring our back foot back into a mountain pose. We'll do a quick half sun salutation if you would like. Otherwise, just take a moment's pause. Inhaling, exhaling. Halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come back up. And take a moment to breathe. Release. From here, let's inhale. I'm just going to move over here in the middle. Inhale, our arms up, and then sit back into a chair. Take a breath here. Feel your arms stretching out. Feel your toes ground down. Find that breath. Let's bring our arms down. And we're going to twist to the right. You can stay here. You might want to open up your arms. If you're following me and joining me, it's an invitation. Bending down, resting our left elbow on our right knee for a twist. Finding your breath. Again, you may be up here. Your arms could be open. All wonderful ways to twist your body. Breathe in. Wherever you're at in any of these twist variations, gently untwist, come back to the front of your mat, and we'll go in the opposite direction. But before we do, let's stand up and shake those legs, because that is a thigh burner. Reset, roll those shoulders. Back into a chair position, bringing our arms to the left of our bodies. Maybe staying here, maybe opening up our arms as if you're going to give somebody a big hug. Maybe our hands come back and we bend, we hinge, and we put our right elbow on top of our left knee. Wherever you're at, gently untwist and come on back up. Shake those legs. You might want to have your block near you. If you want to place your block next to your left side body, we're heading into an eagle's pose. So in eagle's pose, we're going to cross our right leg over our left. So if you don't have a block, we just cross it over, toes touching down. Your foot can be on the mat. Perhaps you have a foot on the block, on any of the heights. Right? You could lower the height, just rest it. So our right leg is crossed over, maybe even it's tucked under. But right leg, left arm is going to come on top and cross over. And we're going to put our elbows up and sit back down into that chair position. Eagle's pose. Release. Uncross. If you have your block handy, just move it to the outside of your right foot. Take a pause. Cross your left leg over your right. It could be leaning on the block, it could be right on the mat, or it could be tucked under, your choice. So since our left leg is crossed, we're going to put our right arm on top. Cross. Clasp hands if that feels good, and then sit down into that chair position. Be curious, play around. What can your body do today? Not about what it can't do, what can it do? And then gently release. Let's widen our stance. As wide as is comfortable for you. I sense a theme here. You're thinking about yourself. It's not selfish. Self-care. Think about you. What feels good? Healthy-wise. Health-wise. Find that breath. Inhale those arms up. Exhale. Yes, a hug for yourself. And while you're hugging yourself, you are going to hinge forward, holding on to yourself, supporting yourself to where it feels good. Hearing cracks along the way. Feel free to micro bend those knees. Right? Feel what feels good. Does movement feel good? Does that hug feel amazing? Feel supportive. And then you can release down to anywhere. Block can be handy. Right? You could be having hands on the block at any height. Play around. What feels good? Does the bending of the knees feel good? Does a little movement sway from left to right? Does that feel right for you? Now is the time to breathe and just be gentle and be curious. We're going to move our feet in a little bit as we head down to the mat into a yogi squat. So you may want to have that movement to help you into the squat. Maybe the block is a way to do that. Maybe you'll be sitting on your block to help you get down into that squat position. Wherever you're at, find your yogi squat that feels good. From there, we'll release down into a butterfly and seeing where the butterfly feels good. So our feet are together. Are they very close to your body? Are they farther away? What feels good? And it'll be different on different days. You know, we have our injuries, we have strains and sprains and and we have times when we don't get a chance to move. And then when we're back to movement, we're like, ooh, yeah, it's been a while. So the more we move, the better. We know that. It's just the time. Making the time for yourself is not selfish. Keep telling yourself that. I keep telling myself that. And I know it's hard, but I'm finding the time more and more for myself. And it's helping in all aspects. So from our butterfly, let's bring our legs in And then out in front, straight leg. Straight leg seat. Flex those feet. Again, micro bending in behind the knees is amazing. You may even want to sit up on your block, bringing the hips up at a higher level can be an amazing feeling, or a blanket. Find what feels good to you today. I'm just going to jump off this block. And I invite you to bring your right foot in, bend it. Give it a hug with both arms. And then cross that leg over your left. Bring your left arm around, give it a hug. Right arm comes back behind, gaze over your right shoulder. Feel that twist. Inhale to come back out through. Give your knee another little hug before you send it on its way down straight. Bringing your left leg in. Nice hug. Crossing it over your right. Bringing your right arm for that hug. Left arm, twist. Untwist, another hug, and then send that leg back. We'll head down onto our backs slowly, as slow as possible. Be curious. And give yourself another hug. Plant those feet down, not too far away. And we'll inhale up into a bridge position. You may want to take your block and put it right under you. Supported bridge. Come on down to your bottom or your block, and let's try a legs up the wall position if you don't have a wall near you. You're on your block or you're just on your mat. Bring one leg up. Bring the other leg up. How does that feel? How does that feel? Move your legs. Be curious. Don't lose your breath. If you're on your block, let's get back into your supported bridge. Raise up, release that block. Come on down. Give yourself a hug and let those knees fall to the left, perhaps on top of a block, perhaps not. Where does it feel good? Inhale to come back up through center, reset. So you're in a neutral position. Give your knees a hug and then let them fall to the right of your mat. Again, if your block is handy and you want to rest your knees on the block, inhale to come back to neutral, and then let yourself open. Open those legs, arms. Maybe you want to do a stretch. Find your resting pose of choice and rest. And I'll leave you here while you're resting with the reminder of your inner strength. Find your inner strength each day and find it with the question of, what can I do? If you hear yourself saying, I can't do this, I can't do that, stop yourself and ask, yeah, but what can I do right now? And how can I make this happen? That's my strength. Rest here for as long as you can. Thank you so much for practicing with me. Have a great day.